The film opens with a screen showing the Columbine Massacre on April 20th, 1999. We witness people running and crying all over the place due to gunmen shooting at the school, resulting in the deaths of many students. We are introduced to Rachel at the age of 8, drawing on her drawer with her artistic style. One day, she sees her father leaving home, resulting in divorce from her mother. The next day, we see her mother praying with tears for life's necessities like gas and food to God. As Rachel grows older, she looks for chosen students to take roles in the yearly play. She complains to her friends that she is neglected and that no one cares about her. She notices Alex, who is responsible for writing the play, and believes he is perfect for her, although he doesn't know her yet. She leaves home through the window in the middle of the night to go to the pool with her friends and gets to know Alex there. She tells him she is not fake like her friends, and they discover their shared passion for arts, acting, and drawing to express words. He tells her he is spiritual and loves to use energy around him, while she is spiritual in a Christian way, but she doesn't confess this to him at first. Her mother suspends her when she returns home because she didn't know where she was and she smells like smoke and alcohol, so she is sent to her aunt's home. Her cousin looks for her, but Rachel wants to stay alone. She hopes that anyone could help her, but practically no one is able to, because Rachel's trying to figure out who she is as herself. Her cousin tells her that she gave her life to Jesus, which gave her a sense of peace and relief, not just knowing about him, but living her life for him. She prays in the church, asking for forgiveness from God and to let her be the light through the world. Then they jump into the water, representing the new life. Her aunt gives her a note in which she wrote her prayers and apologizes to God for not trusting him. We see through the movie a video of a flower being drawn, but we will understand later in the movie what it represents. She greets her friend Austin, but a group of bullies make fun of him, making her feel bad for Austin. In the middle of the hall, they treat a random guy like a bowling ball, so the whole school laughs. This incident is the inciting incident of this character arc, which leads him to threaten the bullies to kill them. That kid was attending the class, and the teacher was talking about Hitler and natural selection, which sparked the idea of killing the bullies even more. In class, Alex will teach them how to write a play, and each student will work with a mentor. Guess what? Rachel got lucky to be with her mentor Alex, and she ran to tell her friends. After some time at a party, we see Rachel's friend Celine kissing a random guy whose name she doesn't remember. Rachel approaches Alex, but she is shocked when she sees Alex kissing 2 other girls, telling her he will meet her later. We are introduced to Larry, who I think is Rachel's stepfather. He didn't get to the kids' noise and playing around yet, while Rachel begs him to teach her how to drive her car. The next day, we see Rachel working at a cafe when she sees a homeless lady entering. So, the owner asks Rachel to make the lady leave. When she is about to leave, another woman pretends to be her friend and orders her food and offers to deliver the lady with her car. The homeless lady forgets her gloves, so it sparks Rachel's life that she will never miss a chance of helping someone like that again. At a prayer group at night, Rachel sees a new guy who just came to take pizza and leave. She follows him through the dark streets until she finds out he is homeless too, just taking food for his sick mother. Rachel offers to help, but he neglects her until they get to the supermarket and she sees him stealing. He asks her to leave because he can take care of his own business, but he couldn't afford food, so Rachel buys the food for him. While leaving, she invites him to the next prayer group, and finally, he tells her that his name is Nathan Ballard. At school, her friends start making fun of another student's clothes, but Rachel doesn't join them while seeing Celine a bit nervous. The group of bullies shows up again, but when they look at Rachel's eyes, they get ashamed and look away. Because they know that they're wrong, the 2 boys who are willing to kill the bullies play video games, which increases the spark of their evil ideas and plans. At the next prayer group, Rachel goes out searching for Nathan, convincing him to come over and speak about his burdens to the group. We know his dad is in jail and his mom is a heroin addict. He lives on the streets and couldn't find a job without an address, so it's a bit awkward until one of the ladies asks him if he is okay. While he is about to leave, Rachel reaches out to him, and another boy offers him a place to stay. The next day at school, she meets a guy whose parents recently separated, and she tells him how they share the same situation, and she is willing to hear him out when he likes that. After some time, we see Rachel with Alex at a high building. Assuming she found her soulmate, sharing the same circumstances, and they're meant to be for each other. While she trains with Alex, he kisses her, and Rachel doesn't know if it's real or acting. He tells her what is the difference, and he gives her his necklace. We see Nathan go to Rachel at the cafe and tells her the tags on his necklace are for his grandfather who died fighting during World War II. On the other side, Rachel gives him a notebook to write his thoughts. He asks her about the play and Alex and asks why she doesn't invite him to the prayer group. She replies to Nathan that she thinks Alex is not for these things. After that, we see the family celebrating Rachel's birthday, and her father-in-law gives her the car keys, which she wanted. At a party, Rachel asks Alex about their relationship now. Alex feels good and doesn't want to mess it up. Rachel wants an official thing, but he refuses because he sees they're at a point much bigger and deeper than what Rachel wants. She feels depressed and away from God at this moment in her life while sharing these thoughts with Nathan through writing. Her father-in-law finds a bottle of whiskey or something in her car while cleaning it, and he and her mother punish Rachel by taking the keys back, whether the bottle belongs to her or one of her friends. At the prayer group, Nathan gives her the necklace with the tags, which is a very precious thing to him, asking her about the other necklace which Alex gave her, and asks again why she doesn't invite him, although Nathan himself wasn't attending places like that before. Rachel tells him she will finish the play and figure things out, so he laughs at her because Alex kissed her and she still hasn't figured things out. Nathan knows his manipulation, but Rachel tells Nathan he is spiritual, but Nathan warns her of him because he thought she wanted a Christian boyfriend and she should stay away from Alex, so she got mad at Nathan and left. After the play, Nathan tells Alex that he liked everything about the play except Alex, and they were going to start a fight when Rachel and Alex left to party. Alex and Rachel got somewhere away to figure things out. Alex wants sex, but Rachel didn't want it like that as a Christian. She leaves him to think about it outside, but when she came back, she found him betraying her with Madison, her best friend. We see her again at the place where she was loving Alex, but this time she is attempting suicide, but Alex's necklace saved her life. We see Rachel telling her perspective on how to save the world with compassion and the love of Jesus, but we see there isn't anyone paying attention to her. But later, we meet one of the bullies telling her he's Christian like her too and loves what she talked about. She asks him to take care of Austin. On the day of the tragedy, we hear the radio saying Adolf Hitler was born on that day, but Rachel doesn't feel comfortable. We see the two gunmen planting the bombs while no one is watching. We see Rachel giving a letter to Madison and wrote something earlier. We didn't see clearly, but we think it's compassionate and love. We see Mrs. Diaz complimenting Rachel after she sees her drawing with 13 tears. But Rachel doesn't know why 13 exactly, and Mrs. Diaz is so proud of Rachel and her bright future. She meets with a guy outside to talk about his parents, who got divorced recently, but at a very sad moment, we see the two gunmen shooting the boy and Rachel. In her last breaths, the gunman asked her, "Where's your Jesus?" and whether she still believes in him, and sadly, the angel was killed by a head bullet. A real-life footage of the Columbine massacre is shown, and at the end, the two gunmen committed suicide, and at the end of the movie, we see everyone crying at her car, even the ones who laughed at her speech in class. It's very crazy how an absurd world we live in where angels die at young ages like that, while evil people get wealth and a long life.